from changing over. In the moonlight, I can't kill this feeling so.
Hi, my name is Dhruv and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today's video is going to be about women and strength training. Guys, we might be living in the 21st century, but what has really been surprising for me is that there are still so many misconceptions about women lifting weights in the gym. Although I see a lot of change happening in the past decade or so, but still we have a long way to go when it comes to changing the people's mindset. Weight training in fact becomes even more important for women because they lose muscle mass and bone density at a much rapid pace because of the hormonal factors. In fact, lots of studies have shown when you weight train even twice a week, you tend to gain more muscle mass, it helps you to reverse the aging process, helps you overall lose the overall body fat, and also reduces the risk of osteoporosis, which is very common among women, especially when they grow older. These exercises which we have picked in this video are also useful for all the young female athletes who want to start any kind of strength and training program and they don't know where to start from. So let's start with the first exercise. Thank you. So guys, let's start with the first exercise. This is my personal favorite. I call it the king of exercise. It's the squat. It's not just a lower body exercise, also targets your upper body, helps you get stronger in a very short amount of time, and also helps you to lose the overall body fat. Tarini will demonstrate it for us. So let's see how she racks the bar. So what she does is, the bar is sitting right on the spine of the scapula, which is slightly under the neck. A lot of people have a tendency to keep the bar around the neck region, which is a big no-no. And also if you check her stance, toes are slightly outwards and the stance is around shoulder width apart. You can narrow it, you can widen it depending on your mobility. And when she goes down, her hip will lead the movement. So basically her hips are opening up. The femur, which is the thigh bone, is also externally rotating. She pauses at the bottom for a second and push up through the center of the foot. Keep doing, yes. Pause at the top, bottom, and then push up through the center of the foot. You see she's doing this exercise in a very slow and controlled way. Idea is to work on the technique first before loading the plates onto the bar. Let's do one more time. So she goes down, take a big breath at the top, and make sure never inhale or exhale at the bottom. Now she can rack back. So that is how you squat. Now let's move on to the next exercise. So guys, another great exercise which I believe every woman should learn is called the deadlift. Barkat will demonstrate this exercise for us. So how we start this exercise? The barbell should always be right over the top of the midfoot. She internally rotates her elbow a little bit, goes down, hip neither too low, neither too high, and if you see her spine is completely neutral, which means her head to the lower back, everything is in one line. She takes a big breath, holds the breath in the diaphragm, and push the weight through the center of the foot, stops at the top, shoulders are relaxed, and then she hinges back and puts the weight down with control. As you see, she's doing this exercise with great control. Start with light weights if you want to learn this exercise and gradually build it up and start going heavier with time. One more rep, push through the center of the foot, relax your shoulders at the top, hinge back, and let's keep the weight down. So that is how we deadlift. So guys, another fantastic exercise for the upper body is called the bench press. It is a very simple move. You lie down on your back, your feet should be firmly on the ground. Let's talk about the grip first. Grip should always be slightly more than shoulder width. There's always a mark on the bar, so ideally it should be 1–1.5 inches more than wider than the mark. So you rack the bar off the bench and make sure you're staring towards the ceiling. Bring the bar slowly down. So one more important thing, when the bar touches the body, the arms should be vertical. That is a very, very important cue to put unnecessary stress. It avoids unnecessary stress on the rotator cuff. Now bring the bar up, bring it down one more time, shoulders back, chest upright, and there should be a slight arc on the back as well. One more time, let's do it one last time. Take a big breath at the top, hold the breath, bring it down, make sure you do not exhale at the bottom, and then you come up. And when you rack the bar back, always remember to finish the rep first and then rack it back. A lot of people have a tendency when they're lifting heavy, they directly go back and keep the bar. which is not good. So this is how we bench press. So guys, another great upper body exercise is called the overhead shoulder press. So let's start with the grip first. The hand stance should always be narrow, slightly less than shoulder width. The hands are slightly pronated, which means slightly knuckles pointing inwards. You come forward, rack the bar, and elbows close to the body, elbows up, squeeze your abs, inhale, take a big breath, and then exhale. While holding the breath, you lift the bar up, shrug at the top, and slowly go down. In this movement, it's basically a hip horizontal movement. Hip goes forward and backward in this movement. Whole of the movement is done from the hip joint, not from the shoulders. They are just an extension of the body. One more time. Never inhale or exhale at the top. Always take a big breath at the bottom, finish the rep, and then exhale. You can rack it back now. Thank you. So guys, the last exercise which we have picked is a body weight exercise. Why push-up is so important for women is because lots of MRI studies have shown that women tend to have less muscle mass in their upper body, at least 40% in comparison of men. So it becomes even more important for them to do push-ups. So what I do with my female clients, we always start with the beginner version. They do the knee push-up and we do it on an elevated level. So we take a bench, the stance is always shoulder width, and make sure when you go down, the upper body and the hip comes together. Try to bring the chest close to the bench and then go up. So push-up is like a moving plank. Just the spine stays neutral and you're going up, down with the upper body and the lower body going together. It's not just an arm exercise, it's a complete upper body exercise. In fact, it also targets your glutes and hamstring as well. So this is how we do the beginner version. Now let's move on to the intermediate version. So guys, the intermediate version of push-up is, we start from the ground and we do the push-ups on the knees. So the Barkat and Tarini will demonstrate this exercise for you. So stance is always, the hand stance is around your shoulder width. Go down with control. You're slightly moving forward and then you come up. So again, this is a moving plank. Shift your body weight slightly forward when you do a push-up. Elbows stay close to the body, maximum 45 degrees angle. Try not to take the elbow too far. Keep doing. As you see, they are doing push-up from the core. Push-up is always done from the hip region. Arms are just always an extension. One last time. Try to touch the nose and chest on the ground. The deeper you go, the harder it gets. So that's how you do an intermediate push-up. So let's talk about advanced push-up. Every woman should aim to do an advanced push-up, which is doing a push-up without the knee. So how we do it? We make sure hand stance is shoulder width. This time we are not on the knees. We lift the knees off the ground. I'm coming in a plank position. All I go is go down slowly with control. Try to touch the knees and chest on the ground and then press up. Try not to lose the control. The deeper you go, the harder it gets. So this should be a goal for every woman. So these were the right way to do the push-ups. So friends, I hope you enjoyed this video. We could have picked many other exercises, but the reason we chose these movements were because they're all compound exercises, which means they target more than one muscle group at a time and helps you get stronger in a very short amount of time. And also you'll be burning calories throughout the day when you do this exercise. Not only that, these exercises will also help you to lay the foundation of your strength and training program so that even the other exercises which you pick in future becomes much easier as your base becomes strong. So ladies, don't be afraid to lift weights, and all the men watching this video, encourage women in your family and friends to start lifting weights, which will help them to become stronger and fitter, not just in the gym, but will also help them to carry themselves out with more confidence. Guys, please do not forget to like and subscribe my channel. I'll be coming up with many more videos. Thank you. Take care. Bye.